Committed to reducing poverty, the Department of Labor and Employment Region 6, hand in hand with the local government of San Carlos City, have been creating windows for opportunity needed to accelerate economic growth through the creation of jobs, conducting skills training, and livelihood programs with PESO San Carlos City as its implementing entity. Thus, PESO San Carlos City had undertaken the following core programs. Labor Market Information, or LMI. One of PESO concerns is to give information to job seekers. San Carlos City PESO staff put up job hiring posters at the PESO bulletin board at the City Hall, Public Market Job Hiring Corner, and also posters and flyers were distributed not only to different barangays but also to schools within the city. There were 42 companies or establishments who submitted their job vacancies available to the applicants. Career and employment coaching. With effective career coaching, the student's choice of career, which is needed by the country's growing economy, without disregard to their interests and abilities that make a career person happy and contented. With our intention of guiding the students to have appropriate career choices, San Carlos City PESO staff extended services of conducting career coaching to 8 schools, high school and college, within San Carlos City starting January to November 2012. It garnered a total of 759 students who attended the career and employment coaching. Another core program is the referral and placement. Based on our monthly monitoring report submitted to the Department of Labor and Employment, it has come up that a total of 21,419 referred persons who applied for a job and resulted in having 20,491 applicants placed for local and overseas employment from January to December 2012. Job fair and mobile passporting. It is an employment facilitation strategy where different recruitment agencies are gathered for job seekers of San Carlos City and neighboring municipalities that can directly apply for possible placement on local and overseas employment. It was then that PESO San Carlos City invited 11 overseas recruitment agencies and 5 local companies last Job Fair 2012. In such a way, there were 543 registered applicants who applied to different agencies, while 412 others processed their passport. Running the job fair activity, 81 deployed and placed from local hiring. Special Recruitment Activity, or SRA. It is another employment facilitation which brings job opportunities closer between employer and job seekers. Citing the 2012 reports, there were 17 recruitment agencies invited, 8 from overseas and 7 from local companies who requested a no objection certificate to PESO San Carlos City to conduct special recruitment activity. With the conduct of SRA 2012 by different recruitment agencies, out of 402 applicants, 72 were deployed and placed to different types of jobs. Special Program for Employment of Students, or SPES. It is an employment program of the DOLE to provide short-term employment to students who are deserving yet financially handicapped. As part of the initial elimination process, 2,014 aspiring applicants joined the qualifying examination. After determining the passing average score, the successful examinees were called to come to PESO San Carlos City for a personal interview that was conducted by the PESO manager. Only those who qualified were registered to fill up the DOLE official application forms and were given the list of other requirements. SPES orientation seminar was conducted right after screening of documents. PESO staff in charge of SPES were required to closely monitor the students at their job site every now and then for proper implementation. In response to the mandated Executive Order Number 26, series of 2011, also known as the National Greening Program, SPES beneficiaries were assigned to work related to the Clean and Green program of San Carlos City. SPES beneficiaries were assigned to clean the coastal areas of different barangays, Eco Center, Agricultural Center, and along the roadside of National Highway, Tree Park, and People's Park. On the last day of their work, PESO San Carlos City held a culmination program for socialization wherein SPES beneficiaries had a get-together lunch party and were given a chance to present their talents on stage. Recognition of SPES Babies 2012 was included in the activity where the city mayor was one of the guests. Tulay 2000 Program or Tulong Alalay sa Taong May Kapansanan, OSY, and Displaced Worker. To stress the importance of assistance extended to special able persons, OSY, and displaced workers, PESO San Carlos City offered job order assignments to work for 5 days or more. Subsequently, 19 special able persons were given the chance to work in PESO office, 39 OSY, 37 displaced workers, and 4 OFW returnees. Dole Livelihood Program. Dole extended its livelihood program to LGU San Carlos City in a form of starter kit project with a budget of $518,000 that was released last December 17, 2012, wherein 66 beneficiaries were TESDA and ALS graduates. At the same time, the Community Employment Project, with a total amount of $180,000, was offered to Barangay 6 of San Carlos City, where 75 long-term unemployed persons were the beneficiaries. Both projects are still ongoing, considering that these are not yet liquidated due to the long process of procurement. Single Entry Approach or SENA. There were some workers who went to PESO San Carlos City to ask for immediate assistance between them and their employers. A worker requested for assistance had been resolved through SENA mechanism. As a result, the employer paid the complainant's corresponding 13th month pay, overtime pay for work rendered, and separation pay in a total amount of 20,000 pesos. PhilJobNet. Through the effort of PESO San Carlos to implement the new program of Dole, which is the PhilJobNet, it has gathered a number of 396 applicants posted, being in its pioneering stage. As a means of bridging the gap between the job seekers and the employers with the implementation of Skills Registry System, or SRS, a memorandum of agreement was signed between Dole and the City of San Carlos. Household survey is undertaken to enable PESO to gather raw data to be encoded in the system. With SRS, job search period is reduced and the prospects of finding work opportunities is increased while cutting down skills jobs mismatch. Last June 2012, PESO San Carlos City hosted the Regional PESO Second Quarterly Meeting and Strategic Planning Workshop. It was attended by 43 PESO managers or officers and PESO representatives of the different provinces of Region 6. There was a short program where the City Mayor Gerardo P. Valmayor Jr. gave the welcome address, followed by the inspirational message of the Regional Director Ponciano M. Ligutom. The issuance of Executive Order No. 86, Series of 2012, on December 12, 2012, by Mayor Valmayor, confirming the institutionalization, creation, operation, and existence of San Carlos City PESO, developed and strengthened the employment programs and services of the office. PESO San Carlos City has been serving clients for almost 21 years. It was then fully operational since 2004 when the present PESO manager assumed the office. PESO has its own office that is fully equipped with office equipment and furniture, has its own annual budget amounting to 2.4 million, and has 8 employees. TESDA is one of the partners of Dole in strengthening the Employment Facilitation Program. Skills training for shielded metal arc welding, NC1, was facilitated by PESO San Carlos City in preparation for the skills requirement and future massive recruitment of the prospective shipbuilding industry in San Carlos City, wherein 20 trainees were accommodated. Aside from that, PESO San Carlos City requested another budget from TESDA to have another skills training of SMAO NC1 and NC2. Fortunately, TESDA granted the request to avail the Training for Work Scholarship Program, and 95 from San Carlos City benefited. Related to the conduct of skills training is its interconnection to another TESDA program, the TESDA Blue Desk Job Bridging Program, a job bridging activity that provides employment facilitation. It aims to assist TESDA scholar or graduates in finding employment through referral to or job matching. There were 53 applicants who applied. Pre-Employment Orientation Seminar, or PEOS, and Anti-Illegal Recruitment, or AIR. The seminars on pre-employment and anti-illegal recruitment are conducted to barangay officials and tanods of various barangays, pursued to educate the participants on their important roles and to effectively tackle recruitment problems in their respective areas. In 2012, there were 5 OFWs or relatives who went to PESO referring their problems and asking for assistance. These were resolved by coordinating with the OWA Iloilo City and POEA Bacolod City. Through the accomplishments in the year 2012, PESO San Carlos City received several recognitions. Top Performing PESO for calendar year 2012 Component City and Top Performing PESO Manager 2012.
There comes a time when we hit a certain call, when the world...
Everyday life at PESO is a life of different activities, full of excitement as you encounter different kinds of people, sometimes stressful, while others could be a funny experience. Once more relive the freshness of youth with our SPES program. But then again, more importantly, at the end of the day, there is a self-fulfillment and satisfaction knowing that you are making a significant difference in the lives of the people, alleviated through our livelihood programs, employment both local and overseas with our SRA, and create job connections with our SRS and Blue Desk Job Bridging services.
You know, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. Well, send them your heart, oh, so they know that someone cares.
So their cries for help will not be in vain.
We can't let them suffer. No, we cannot turn away.
Right now, they need a helping hand. No someone lie. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day.